Quick, practical thing before you get going. Headphones. Not because you need anything fancy, because a lot of what this course asks you to notice, the texture under a sound, the difference between two takes, a hum sitting under a mix, simply doesn't make it out of a laptop or phone speakers, the built-in ones that are on your machines. Those speakers are built to sound fine for a video call or music out of Spotify when you're listening in the background, but they're not there to show you detail. Headphones, even a basic pair, are going to do much better for this semester. You don't need studio monitors. You don't need to spend a bunch of money you don't have. If you already own headphones or earbuds that fit comfortably and seal reasonably well around or in your ear, you're set for this semester. A cheap pair that seals is more useful to you this semester than an expensive pair that doesn't. We'll talk a little bit about that in a few moments. For those of you wanting to invest in something else or make that step up, let's go over a few specifics and options. First, a studio monitor is a fancy speaker that sound artists, audio engineers, and musicians use in sound studios. You see some examples here. The two behind me are studio monitors, Yamaha versions. And I'm going to switch to a different camera view here. And you'll see I've got a few more on the front of my desk here. The white ones are a pair of Dynaudio. The one on top by Avitone is a band limited, and then another pair of the Yamahas. You'll kind of see around my office. I've got a whole bunch of the Yamahas around the office for a immersive type setup. So I use these various types of studio monitors to monitor audio and make critical artistic or technical choices. These are the most natural way to hear audio, as it is then propagated in a natural space before reaching my ears. These are designed to be transparent and truthful as the audio signal. In other words, unlike many consumer speaker options, which are designed to make listening to certain types of audio better or more enjoyable, these are designed to be as truthful as possible to the sound artist. A pair of bookshelf speakers for a hi-fi system may be designed to hype certain frequencies or make the music sound certain ways the listener finds desirable. Likewise, the speakers on your phone, again, are designed first and foremost to make conversation as legible as possible. Headphones obviously have the audio driver, that's the moving part that actually moves air, placed directly at the entrance of either your ear or even further into your ear canal. The benefit to these is that they can help block out noise in the environment and remove the effect of room acoustics, thereby allowing you to hear more accurately exactly what you're creating or what you're listening to if you're listening to someone else's work. When discussing headphones, there are different types. Obviously, the largest classification that we're going to think about in today's world and difference is going to be earbuds or audio monitors that you place in your ears, such as the Apple AirPods, these kinds of guys, right? Versus over-the-ear headphones, things like these that you actually put on your ear, or like these. And again, these actually get placed over your ears. For this course, both can work. However, if I'm personally wanting to trust what I'm hearing, I grab a pair of these over-the-ear larger variety. These will sometimes also colloquially be known as cans. Within this type of headphone, there are three types. There's closed back, open back, and semi-open. There are links below to some suggested headphones, again, only if you are wanting to upgrade your existing setup. Open back are typically the most natural sounding because they let sound exit and enter through the ear cup. This means that people around you can hear what you're listening to, and likewise, that you will not have any attenuation or removal of sounds in your listening environment. You'll be able to hear very clearly the sounds existing around you. Closed back, as the name implies, are closed on the back of the cup. This means that less external sound gets in, and that the sounds the headphones make themselves does not get out as much either. These are what musicians might use in a recording studio when tracking, so they can hear the other musicians without the microphone picking up their headphone sounds. Likewise, these are better for work in public settings, such as a coffee shop or train. These all require a hardwired connection. Typically, I'll show you one example, though, that could be hardwired or Bluetooth, and which is also generally going to be a less compromised and higher audio resolution or audio quality signal. If you think you'll be working in public ever or have roommates, get closed back headphones. If you are looking for headphones for your room or house, you may want to consider open back. Okay, I want to show you a couple examples. The ones I'm wearing right now are Sennheiser HD 650s, and they're open back headphones. I'm going to play some music. And this is a preview of what you're going to listen to this week, actually. You can likely hear that the music comes out of the headphones quite well into the microphone. Notice with these, you can actually see the driver. These have a grill on the back side of them, and that's the driver. That's the piece that actually makes and moves air, makes the sound. So these are open to the outside world. Unlike something like these Sony MDR 7506s, you can see quite clearly this is a closed back of a headphone. Likewise, these Sennheiser HD 250s, same brand as the open back I just had on, closed. It has literally a hard plastic backing to the headphone itself. And if I put on something like these Sonys and play that same music, hopefully you can hear them nearly as much. So again, Apple AirPods will work, and I'm going to show you a couple different options here. Let's go to... So over here, these are some options on Amazon. The Sennheiser HD 280s. I've had this pair of headphones since I was a freshman in my undergraduate college experience. These are decades old, still cruising, still sounding great, and still a pair of headphones I trust with a lot of the work I do. I've had to replace the top piece in the ear pads, but otherwise these headphones are still sounding great and kicking really well. You can see right now on Amazon, $89, not a bad pair of headphones. And this is also a very common pair of headphones in sound art, sound studio, professional settings. Another pair, the Sony MDR 7506s that I demonstrated for you, another very common and kind of professional setting pair of headphones that you'll see in various recording studios. Similar price, also a pair that I trust a whole lot. These are slightly more comfortable maybe than the Sennheisers, but they don't wrap around the ears quite as much. A couple of those you might consider. These Audio-Technica ATH M50s are another really great pair of headphones that a lot of people trust. There's a slightly cheaper version of these that have the option of being either Bluetooth or wired connection. The nice thing about this is you could still use these for your phone or for very casual listening. Bluetooth does have some compromises in the signal that's sent over. So for work for the class, it's probably better to actually use the hardwired connection. But know that there are some options that meet both hardwired and Bluetooth options. And then finally, if you're looking for a pair of open back, there are some cheaper open back, but these Sennheiser HD 600s, similar to the ones that I was showing, are far more expensive. But again, there's a different kind of audio quality coming with this type of headphone. So one habit worth building now, when an assignment asks you to listen closely, actually put these headphones that you trust on, whether it's your Apple earbuds or some sort of other earbud, whether it's a pair of closed back headphones or open back headphones, put them on. Don't trust a quick check through your laptop speaker. You'll catch things you otherwise miss. And this course lives in those details. Also, I want you to start listening to a whole bunch of stuff you already know really well over whatever headphones you're going to use for this course to make sure you really understand and know those headphones. So that's it. Grab a pair, keep them nearby this whole semester, and listen to a bunch of stuff on them so you can get to know them.